Yeah, so I mean, it looks like a monkey just kind of gets shattered here, and not Ryan shattered, I should say,
Shattered.
but just well, shattered by the Ghost Orion that's on the blue team right now. Maybe they're playing Echo. Maybe they're playing Echo as well.
Maybe Dustin and P should take this as a hint to swap Orion. I don't know.
Yeah, they do swap eventually, but I think it's just way too late. Or does blue teams? No, yeah, red team swaps, but it's just
Prodigy to go Tracer. I love Tracer. The Tracer character is very fun. Also,
It
I
does
think
feel
Echo
really
kind
hard
of
with
sucks on
Tracer.
this point. No offense to
Yeah,
Beast
yeah.
Prodigy, but Echo's kind of bummy on this point.
I like how
That's
Dustin
so
is playing
weird.
this though, playing a lot more to deny Poppy, whereas it did feel like the first couple points and even the first map, the DPS line from Hades just had a lot of free reign to do whatever they wanted. I think we saw something click on this third point here, where we see Destin play a lot more to deny specifically Poppy, but also Beast Prodigy, which is very nice to see.
Dustin doing a really good job to take care and take this space that's been given to him for free.
I think it's beautiful.
fine.
Just controlling the high ground in your backline LOS. It's just so hard. They're of course they're trying to make space for the setup to happen right. We want to get the Hanzo on the high ground, but just the supports back here, just keeping alive this Winston and just supporting him. It's just so hard to push off this Winston without any ultimates, right? So it's just gonna cost so much time. And of course, even when you do try to push this monkey off, we've got the nano boost coming online, right? Which probably gonna get matched with a nano or a dupe by Hades, but it's still just so hard to push into the space, and it's gonna cost you at least one ultimate, even just to walk in.
Dax is really low. I hope he doesn't get banged, you know? Rune in with the nano! Holy! Okay, that was a really good dive. I mean, both monkeys just really capitalized on the fact that they had nano just to dive each other's back line.
Exactly. That's the thing, is that this is just going to be such an equalized matchup as long as Hammerhead is looking to just kind of equalize and match ultimates. It's so easy for them to win, is even if they trade to Anas, they've got like the respawn advantage is so huge here that it's actually impossible to do anything.
And Meek lives too. That's actually crazy. Meek was 1.
It's
I
actually
think
good.
Pwn with their last life. Not bad.
Gosh, the Brig lives.
No. Their last life they just
Never
But it
mind.
doesn't really
what
matter because
happened?
how far they're
What
pushed back.
happened?
Oh, I need to see
Oh
this.
no!
What happened?
I think the nade stuck bubble or something.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, that's so sad. The dupe. That's an amazing dupe, though. Yeah, we can see even though they're up and it feels like they can probably win this, right? Especially with the break coming back, right? They're up 1. Maybe Dax is coming back, but just their respawns. You just have no way to close out these fights, right? Especially like Kiriko is just so unkillable, and they've got that Winston on the point. It's just so hard for Hades to win this, and then of course they just back out.
Kind of staggering themselves here.
Yeah, this is interesting.
They pulsed?
For sure.
Wait, pause? Wait, why'd they
Okay,
pulse?
alright.
Okay, Dax.
Dax
Dax
thought Dax thought that Runes knew something that he did not, but
I don't think
got
Dax realized that there was a brig and
turbo
on just walking in.
yeah.
Well, Rune dives back into the enemy team with pulse bomb. Gets a 3K. It's crazy.
This
I
is
think
one of the
that's
big
what
things I
Dex was
worried
hoping.
about. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just jumps back in.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh man, the fact that Poppy gets caught here makes it so tough. And again, this is part of the miscommunication that we've seen a little bit from Rune and Poppy. Is just that we need to make sure that Poppy is in a good spot and that Rune's ready to make pressure. Or else, yeah, you're just gonna get dough for free like this, right? And of course, we talk about Destin's doing a great job denying Poppy value here.
It's just felt like Poppy's been
Rune
completely
tried
shut
to save
down.
Poppy, but
Rune's a good tank. I want a tank player like that on my team.
Why don't you be the tank, Brittany?
I only play Joker Queen.
Oh, great.
My peel was shout.
Ooh.
Peel was shout, run forward.
Bye.
And then Saya, I don't know, this Saya pick, or this Lucio pick from Saya, it felt so hard to play. Especially on the second round, it felt like they were just forcing the Lucio, and it kind of forced Flaming Fury to swap off Ana, and I felt like Flaming Fury was doing a great job on Ana. And it kind of just crumbled from there. On defense, they just couldn't hold anywhere. I feel like they didn't really have a great backline, and they also weren't hard committing on any kill boxes with like super heavy dives. So I don't know. Lucio just felt like it was not really the pick. But
I mean,
Saya is really good at Lucio. So
you're gonna swap off Brig. I think you just go Kiri.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Kiri's like the only other kind of playable support with Ana.
Yeah, Kiri, and then I think Zen is good on some maps, but probably here it's really hard to
Destin
play.
and P got those juggles. Oh my god.
Kind of did run it, but again, like
SNMP is
there,
the
if you have a
goat.
Brig or even a Zen, like you probably just force that monkey
Wait, nah,
out.
that
before he
SMP
does
just like
anything,
goated out this fight. That's crazy.
Really did.
This is great.
What?
Yeah.
SNMP is actually so good.
Banger player. SNMP of the Pohang Pandas. Shout out.
We'll show
There's
the
lore.
Foreign
There's
Pandas.
lore.
All right, I think that's all the time that we have on the halftime show. Thanks for tuning in and enjoy the rest of this banger match.
Yeah,
what's up?
we don't want to bore you with Bernie's talking anymore.
Okay, all right.
On this screen, but also we have some score updates for you because other playoff games are happening at the same time here. So from the side of Fleet Angels versus Revital, Fleet Angels took the series 3-0, a clean sweep from their side. So that is going to be a lower bracket run for Revital. And then on the side of Throwing or Bad versus Devil Dukes, we have 1 on the side of Throwing or Bad and 2 on the side of Devil Dukes. And then from Billings Boomers versus Hive Mind, we have 2 for the Boomers, 0 for Hive Mind. So there are going to be some more playoff scores hitting you later tonight, see how those matches end up. But right now we're focused on Hades versus Hammerhead.
And as we got through that halftime, we saw the analysis from our desk. After what we have seen, you and I in those first 2 maps, do you have a prediction? Do you have any idea who you think could come out on top?
I think that Hammerhead might take this one. They've really shown that they can adapt to whatever Hades has to throw at them. Hades was feeling a little bit less confident on that final push there on King's Row, and overall, I just think the Hammerhead is gonna take it.
I think I kind of have to agree with you. I'm a little bit less confident. It's kind of the case of like I'm 51% on Hammerhead's side, 49% on Hades' side, but I'm still technically on Hammerhead's side. So as we head into that third map, it's going to be Watchpoint Gibraltar, which is still a pretty good Winston map. And well, we talked up the Winston of Hammerhead, so Hades are going to have to come up with something different if the Winston Hanzo that we saw in the previous map doesn't really come up with any results.
Talking about that Winston Hanzo, I mean, let's talk about the Winston Tracer, right? This is a perfect map for the Winston Tracer. A lot of little routes that the Tracer can take to go and annoy the back line, and also a lot of spots for the Winston to dive to, right? And be able to create that space. So we'll see if Poppy can come back and also clutch up on the Hanzo, get those early picks that we are seeing the sharpshooter come through, but who knows? Again, Winston, this is a Winston favored map.
And as we buckle up to get started in, I mean, I think the Hanzo could definitely get something done, but we saw from Hades that they swapped to the Reaper very, very late in the defense. Maybe they want to bring that out pretty early on, so they're going to be able to crash on a lot of these choke points, get a lot of hard-hitting damage, because that's what Reaper is built for. We'll have to see, because I think Poppy on the Hanzo would also make sense, because this is a map that does have some decently long choke points at time, and with how good Poppy is, but it could also be countered by the Hanzo. It's a lot of what-ifs, scenarios that we're kind of making up in our heads, seeing if that might come true, but it's only going to become true if we actually see the game that's in front of our eyes.
It's also coming back from that mental disadvantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hades had a 5-minute lead on the third point, but coming back from that, losing with that time bank, that is a tough recovery in terms of confidence. You need to really show that you have that confidence with your teammates. Get back in that mental state that you are able to win this point, that you're able to take this series. And I think that Hades has to do that, right? They have to be, because this is the playoffs, right? You don't want to throw that upper bracket run away. So, not that they're throwing it away right now. They just need to bring it together, and I think that they can do that.
Yeah, I mean, you see on the Sojourn, so that is a swap that Hammerhead are going to bring in. So instead of Meek, they're swapping it out for a different player. And on the side of Hades, it's going to be everybody. Similar lineup, but Rune is on that Winston that we talked about. Poppy on the Hanzo. And the Echo does make sense. Obese Prodigy was able to get a lot of great utility usage with that Echo, those bombs, and just the ability to zap everybody over. But so far, just getting this poke damage that the teams love.
We might see that burst damage come out too, with Rune and Prodigy being able to dive together. See, they have each other's back there. They're trying to control that high ground. And that's what you're really looking for from this team comp.
There is a kill coming out from Dax. They're trying to just find a confirm. Unfortunately, can't find the exact kill, but Obese Prodigy does get that trade. So your kill onto Flaming Fury might not need as much, but so far Hades are still going to try to push this point. If they stay alive, make sure that Destin does fall, which he eventually does. They can continue to chug this card forward.
That pick right onto Flaming Fury, that might seem big, but with the spawn advantage and with Poppy just able to push the cart by himself, there's really not that much of a disadvantage when Hammerhead gets that first early pick on that first 30 seconds of the match.
Rune is just trying to play back and forth. They do get out, so they'll be able to get healed right on up. But applying that pressure up top, it's just so pivotal for why you have to bring the Winston. But now blocking the Sojourn and forces her to come all the way back, and Hades can continue to push this card forward. So Destin has to drop, and it's a much better attack so far that we're seeing from honestly Hades, because they are just bursting a lot of this team down.
And when you have Prodigy pressuring the support line, that takes away all the heals from Destin, and you're not able to contest the support or contest the cart for that long. So that's that quick, easy cleanup that you've seen come in from the side of from Hades, that is.
Yeah. When you're able to cut off the heals with Destiny MP, it barely gets away. Pwn has those repair packs that is able to simply send on over, and the pulse bomb is unfortunately unsuccessful for Hammerhead as they have to find a way to stop this, and this might be the answer. The nanoed Winston, who is just chasing this on a 1 health, and while he's doing that, his DPS are falling all around him, literally pinned the tail on the donkey, and unfortunately for Destin, he just lost that party game.
Flaming Fury just gave the runaround to Destin. And while Destin is tunnel vision on the support, they want to get that juicy kill. And then meanwhile, Hades is just cleaning up on Hammerhead. There's no tank there to peel for the supports or really save.
Pwn, there was that new spawn room change that we saw, but unfortunately, I guess it just didn't apply to Pwn in that engagement. So they are going to have to come back from spawn, which will allow Hades to continue to chug that card forward. But so far, Destin just has not gotten the usage that they previously did on the second map.
I'm hoping to see a little bit more of that synergy that we saw last map between Dax and Destin, but